I'm content creator Sally Eslin, the founder of Empowered Clothing. I'm dedicated to empower women entrepreneurs by sharing tools, tips, and resources through leadership, mindset, and more on my show, Finding Your Way with Sally. And hi, everyone. Yes, I'm Sally Eslin, and I'm a content creator and founder of Empowered Clothing. I share authentic and everyday issues for women over 50. So you can learn more about my fashion products and services at empoweredclothing.com.au. So today's topic is how to activate your 4 levels of consciousness. And I've got a very special guest, Empowerment and Self-Love Alchemist Alyson Williams. So before I bring Ali up, as I said, it's our topic is about activating your 4 levels of consciousness. And one really good way to tap into your consciousness is to journal. So I've got this 30-day wellness mindset journal, which is just a really handy tool to help you tap in and get to know yourself on a deeper level. So just before I bring Ali up, I thought I'd just introduce her with a few lines. So Alyson Williams is an empowerment and self-love alchemist. She specializes in inner transformation, liberating clients from fears and outdated beliefs. She's passionate about self-love. She empowers clients to live authentically. And as a transformational and relationship coach, NLP Master Coach, and many more things, Alyson guides clients from self-doubt to self-love, offering a rich toolkit tailored to their needs. So through speaking engagements and writing, she shares insights on personal growth and care. So without further ado, let me bring up Ali from the green room. Ta-da! And here we go. Here she comes. 3, 2, 1. Hi, Ali. Welcome.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here with you again.
And I'm so excited about our topic today, activating your 4 levels of consciousness. Now, you brought along an empowerment share, which says, pain always brings a gift. After a horrendous year of ill health, personal development led you to a coaching school and ultimately to help other women reclaim themselves to live their best lives. Do you want to share a little bit more about your story there?
Sure. So, in terms of pain always brings a gift. You know, when crap happens to you, it's how you deal with it and it's what you do with it. And, and if you are willing to look to see what you can learn, how it can actually help you to grow, that's why I say pain always brings a gift. My personal journey with pain was I had a terrible year, had a terrible boss, gave me, a really toxic environment, and then I had work-related stress, ended up with mini strokes, and huge anxiety, overwhelm, all this sort of stuff. In the middle of all this, my husband of 25 years said he wanted a divorce. Now, the marriage hadn't been good for a long time, exactly. And I kind of knew that, I just felt we'd find our way back to each other. Anyway, not so. Lots of crap had happened. My mother died that year. My son was on his gap year. My 16-year-old daughter was very vulnerable. We lived out of town. And so, she was a bit isolated. So there was a whole lot going on. And I also had to leave a job I really loved where I was kicking goals because my boss was harder to move him on than it was to move me on. So there's lots of anger, lots of betrayal, not just from my ex-husband, but also from the organization. Lucky I still had my job because it was with the public service. But I had employment, but I had to leave my beautiful job where I was making a difference. So that was really crappy. But then I realized it then took me on a journey where I discovered who I was again because I'd lost me. I'd lost my self-confidence. I became anxious and all this sort of stuff. So I found myself back again, but I became version 2. I left behind the judgment crap. I left behind, I was never really a people pleaser, but I found that in my marriage I had now sublimated a lot of what I remember talking to my husband about my true essence, and he laughed at me like, your true essence? Well, I'm just going to swear, I won't say that. So back of that, I was able to own my true essence and talk to people about my true essence and then help other people find their true essence. So, as I said, I didn't really like how it happened, but I'm really pleased at what happened because that helped me to become the me that I am now, as I say, the version 2.0.
I love that, the version 2.0. It's just like, as we always say, out of every situation that can be perceived positive or negative, there's a silver lining. There's always things to be learned there, which absolutely leads into your expert tip. Look for the positives in every situation. Setting a mindset of gratitude can lead to forgiveness. Do you want to talk about this?
And that's exactly what happened because, as I said, there was betrayal, which is why he left. And my daughter didn't really have a great relationship with her dad. It was always kind of, off and on. And so at the end of the marriage, she was really angry with him. He'd already moved on to his new life. And so he'd gone on an overseas trip and left us to kind of clean up, getting rid of the house and stuff. So there was a lot of anger, and he'd let her down lots of times. So because for me, I had a great relationship with my parents, so I wanted that for my children. So I said to her, look, Katie, instead of looking at all the things he wasn't, let's look at all the things he's, there was no violence. We always had money to buy food, and we had a lovely home. We went on holidays. He did the best he could with what he had. So getting her to be grateful for who he was got me to be grateful for all that I had had in my marriage, including my two beautiful children. And through that, I came to forgiveness. I now have a really good relationship with him. We co-parent, although the kids are adults. And it's just really nice. So that gratitude thing, as I said, led me to forgiveness. And that's something I really love to share with people. If you can't find it in your heart to forgive, go back and see what came out of that, the pain bringing gift, what came out of that can actually lead you to forgive. Because the other thing I say is forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, right?
Yeah.
Anger is like holding on to hot coal. The only person getting burnt is you. So let that go.
Say that again. Anger is like holding onto hot coals, and the only person you're burning is yourself.
Yeah, in fact, that's a Buddhist proverb or something, that anger is like holding onto a hot coal.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. And so, of course, today's topic, as we opened with, is how to activate your 4 levels of consciousness. And I've brought along my own empowerment share, and that is peel back the layers of consciousness to access the deepest level where you find your full body resonant field, which consisting of your body's frequency, vibration, and energy. Now, that's something that you and I are very passionate about working about. So we can talk about this. The head is your thoughts, it's your frequency, and your heart is your feelings and emotions, and your gut is your sensing. But when you combine all of that together, that puts together your own resonant field. So, talk to this, because this is something that you're very passionate about, the separating the mind, the body, and the soul, and tying it together with the resonant field.
I just want to say before we start 2 things. Firstly, you can look at consciousness from a couple of different levels. Now, as a hypnotherapist, I actually look at consciousness from the neuropsychology sort of perspective, whereas we have our unconscious mind, our subconscious mind, our conscious mind, and then our superconscious, which is our higher self. But what we're talking about today is consciousness from more of a metaphysical perspective. It's about that frequency, vibration, and energy that when we put it together is, as you say, how we resonate. It's the radio station that we become. It's the frequency that we give out, so we can get back the listeners who actually want to tune into us. So so for people who are a little bit, maybe confused about consciousness, we're not talking about the neurological one. We're talking actually about the metaphysical one.
Yes, because this is an age of awakening, right? So it's a conscious awakening. And so, as you said, it's the iceberg thing, where we've got the conscious mind is only 10% of what we're fully aware of. And then there's the subconscious and the unconscious, and then the superconscious is the higher level stuff. But when we're talking about this 10% of the conscious mind, there's layers of that. So we're tapping into the mental level, the body level, the soul level, and combining it all together. So that leads into my tip actually today, which is 4 ways to work with your consciousness. Is 1, have awareness. Then 2 is take some action based on that more conscious awareness. And 3, get it all into alignment. And then 4, fully integrate it. So this is something that you and I, it's leading on again. So when we're waking up, so to speak, let's take it that next level. So we're consciously aware of our thoughts, our feelings, of what we're doing. Then, taking action in line with more conscious thoughts, feelings, and actions, aligning them together and fully integrating, creating that resonant field, as you say, the personal radio station that we're tuning into, and then just allowing that to amplify out, because this whole quantum shift is about being more of you, not doing more of you.
Yeah, no, I agree, because it's also not only sort of who we tune into, but how we are transmitting. So what radio station are you? Are you radio station classic FM, or are you radio station heavy metal, or
Yes.
easy listening? Because the radio station you are is who will be listening into you. And it's also, from the other perspective, what radio station do you want to tune into yourself? So because we are both transmitters as well as receivers, it's so important. We often think about, where we are receiving from, but it's also important what we are transmitting, because who we are is how our life turns out to be. So when you do that in a conscious and deliberate way, then you can actually live the life you want to lead.
Absolutely. And that personal radio channel is your happy place. It's when you feel in alignment and flow, when you feel comfortable within your own skin. You've let go of other people's judgments, criticisms. You're just stepping up and expanding your own awareness and consciousness, and just fully integrating and aligning yourself. So you're in that happy place. And when you're in that happy place, you're just being more, not doing more. So that's what's resonating out. And that's what people are drawn to. It's like moths to a flame, It's just people go, I really dig that station. Turn it up. I want to get more of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all of this is linking in very much to the crown chakra, which is, that higher level conscious connection, if you like. And as you know, I've got the range of empowered clothing, and the purple top is the one that is connecting you in. So, from the racer back, we've got I choose to be connected. On the long sleeve one, it's connecting with love, joy, and freedom, and love, light, and gratitude. It's just awesome. But one thing that we also have is the gratitude sprays, like these aura sprays, energy clearing sprays, helping you clear through the mud, lift your energy, and step into more gratitude. Like, super cool. I think this is the way forward: more conscious living, conscious awakening, conscious dressing.
Totally.
Compared to how it used to be in the past. We get dressed every day and think about what energy we are choosing to step into.
And I love that because, I always talk about, again, stepping into the identity, into the person you want to be. You have now gone one step further by having clothing that people can step into. So when you step into your empowered clothing, it's so much easier to be your empowered you, right? Because you are now not just transmitting from the inside, you're even showing up in the clothing that is sort of has the same message. And you've also got some leggings and stuff coming in, I guess.
I do, the new creation range. So legs are all about moving forward in life. So what are you choosing to create as you move forward in life? So I'm combining sacred geometry with DNA and the Egyptian 6 elements, because we are the master creators. When we have this greater conscious awareness, when we're really peeling down the layers and getting into our resonant field, we are the master creators in that space. So what is it that we're choosing to most powerfully create? Absolutely, Ali. It's time, right? It's time for us to step up and shine. So one thing that you and I have in common as well is that we're both bling angels. We have a massive toolbox and we have massive things that we do. So bling angels is we do intuitive card readings. And as you can see the line of colors up here, there's 8 different decks of cards that we use. And today I thought we might use the purple deck, which is the inspiration deck, and just pull a quick card. So the inspiration deck, each deck of cards has its own flavor or vibe. And today I thought I'd tap into the inspiration deck because it's linking in with purple, which is the higher connection, the crown chakra, which is all about connecting and all that good stuff. So I'll just read out very quickly the vibe around this deck of cards. It's about connecting with your intuition, your inner intelligence, and inspiring new ideas to touch your life. It's like receiving a gift from a wise owl, allowing you to express your creativity. They're all the different cards describing the different decks. So when you choose an inspiration card, read it and notice the awareness and clarity you receive. So what I thought is that we'll just come in with a question. What do I need to know today? Please show me the way. So would you like me to pull a card, or would you like to pull a card?
So you do that, please, Sal. And I think, given we're talking about our levels of consciousness, maybe you can be, what do we need to know about elevating our levels of consciousness?
Oh, perfect. Okay, so the card that we chose today says, make your words as sweet as honey. You never know when you will have to eat them. I love that card. This is about conducting yourself with love, respect, and dignity, with the things that you say, with the thoughts that you have in your head. This is having conscious awareness, isn't it, Ali?
Yeah, totally. One of the things that we follow, Sal, is the 4 agreements. And one of those is be impeccable with your word. And why that's important is because words have energy. Words have their own vibration. So when you choose your words consciously and deliberately, that is the kind of vibe that you're sending out. We sort of say in NLP that we don't use the word don't. We don't use negatives because the brain, the subconscious, doesn't hear don't or negatives. It only hears the rest of the sentence. So it's really important that we use positive words. I no longer say don't forget. I now say remember.
Yes, I love that. Let's take don't out of your vocab because it's already setting the intention of your sentence, right? So, like, reframe it to be remember. And
Yeah.
this is something that you are so good at, Ali, is reframing words, coaching people to step more into self-love, to more in empowering themselves through their words, through their thoughts, through their actions. So I've just put up on the screen here how people can reach out to you. Reach out and have a chat with Ali. Her website is Power Your Life Coaching, but we've got a bit.ly here, which is free 30-minute consult with Alyson. So you punch in that bit.ly address, go through and have a convo with Ali, because honestly, it's life-changing. It's just little small tweaks that will help you access your different levels of consciousness to empower yourself inside and out, hey?
And it's not a sales call. It really is just like getting to know you. I
Yeah.
don't really like those supposed strategy calls, which is buy my thing. Because if you don't buy my thing, your life will be crap. I don't like doing that. I don't like receiving that. So I'm not about to send it out. I'm going to be transmitting what I want to receive. So come on, let's get to know each other. Let's have a chat. Maybe I can give you some empower tips. Maybe you can give me some. I'm always open to learning. Love to chat.
Fantastic. Well, Ali, thank you so much for coming on Finding Your Way today. Always a pleasure chatting with you. You have got so much wisdom. You've got this massive toolbox. You're very empowering. And at the end of the day, everybody needs to tap into their unconditional self-love, because we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, babe. So, yeah. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to drop you down to the green room and we'll just wind up here. As I said, reach out to Ali. She's a top chick. And yeah, so that's about it for today. And you can join me for another episode of Finding Your Way with Sally Estlin next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Central Time, and Thursday at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So, look forward to seeing you next week on another episode of Finding Your Way with Sally. And now I'm just going to bring up a little closing one and I'll catch you later. Alrighty. Bye. You can learn more about my services and products at sallyestlin.com. Make sure to join me every week for a new episode on the SWE Media Network YouTube channel and wherever you listen to podcasts.